Let me adjust my light. There you go. Hey, creative friends, there's two of you here. Who is here? Tell me who's here and where you're from. I'm pretty excited about this. This is going to be fun. I'm going to adjust. I got some adjusting to do because this is new. So bear with me. This will be fun. Peggy, good morning. Oh, Colorado. I was born actually in Greeley, Colorado is where I was born. Yes, this is a live program. And so this is my normal Saturday happenings. But what happens is YouTube has Southern Illinois. Ooh, that's cool. YouTube has come out with this new feature to do these vertical lives. And I thought, I'll give it a try because we can interact while I do my Saturday happenings. And then this will post over like a regular video. So anybody can come back and watch it who's just used to watching the Saturday happenings videos. So I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So I just love to know who's watching and where you're watching from. And then I'm going to do my Saturday happenings. And then I got like a couple of extra things to talk about, which are kind of cool. So hang on. I'm just adjusting my light so that you guys can see. Since this is our first time doing this, I got to move my little light. Let me see if this helps. Maybe lighten things up a little bit. Oh, hang on. Kind of get adjusted. Hold on, I'm bumping the camera. Okay, is that better? I want to make sure that I've got good lighting for you. And everybody, can you hear me? Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me, because I've got my microphone set differently than normal. Arkansas, I have been to Arkansas, but it was a long time ago. So, oh, is your carrot kraut fermenting? I'm excited. I actually really like that. And it was good even before it even fermented. Just with the lemon juice and the ginger, it was so good. I loved it. I'm going to make it a lot. Janine, let me see. Okay, good. You can hear me. I can't tell. Usually I'll go back and I'll listen to my whole thing before I even post it, which is kind of cool. But all right, so this is fun. I'm going to try to do this. Central Minnesota. That's cool. I'm way out. Massachusetts. My husband was actually born in Pittsfield, and we were just up there a little while ago. His grandpa worked for General Electric, and that was like for years. Actually, his grandpa started a whole division of General Electric, which is pretty cool. Is my lighting okay for you guys? Because it's really weird for me to use this different light. I just want it to be perfect. Not that it has to be, but it would be good. Hold on. Let me get this around here. Okay. I'm going to try to adjust. I closed my door. I'm going to try to adjust my lighting so it's not. Oh, is that even better? I don't know. Hold on. Not bad. So you guys, I have so many cool things planned coming up. Oh, we have an excitement coming up too, which will be fun. Okay, that looks better. Oh, that's too bright. That's too yellow. All right, that's not bad. I don't know. This is weird. Okay, so Massachusetts, Central Minnesota. I am excited about today. This is going to be fun, but it is Saturday happenings, and today is Saturday, the 17th of February, and I got stuff. Got my little book, with all. I write my videos down so I don't forget, because I post things way in advance, because my Mix It Up Mondays go clear through until like mid-March, so I have to look back. So it's a little dark, but okay. Let me see if I can make it a little brighter. It's kind of weird. That's a little, how's that? A little bit better? Ooh, there you go. That's quite a bit different. Hang on. I got this new little light. Takes up way less room than my other one. Okay, so I got to have my glasses on so I can see what you say. Okay, this is fun. So here's the deal. On my Saturday happenings, if you're new here, welcome. I think this is going to be a lot of fun to have new folks interact with. And usually on Saturdays, what I like to do is to go back through the videos that I posted previously in the week, talk about them, answer any questions and comments, and then talk about what I've got posted coming up. So this will be, today is the 17th of February. There we go. And I'm going to tell you about some of the videos last week. And last Sunday, I did that little OTE personal blender thing, which was cool. It still looks dark, doesn't it? Hold on. Let me do this. That might be better. Better? I think it's better. Yay. Okay. So, anyway, I posted the little OTE blender. That was super cute. I had a good time with that. And I like it. I use it in the morning now. I make my little blenders. So that was super cute. And I like the little round red one. There's all different colors though. They were cool. So I did that little product review. I try to do my product reviews on Sundays. So that product review I had for Sunday, the 11th. That was cool. And then Monday, my dump chicken. That is on my Mix It Up Mondays videos. And so the dump chicken was cool because that makes a great freezer thing. I'm trying to make my light much better because I don't think it's as good as it could be. Oh, well, we will work these bugs out as we try to do this. There we go. Anyway, so I was excited about doing the dump chicken because you can make all the different meals with it and they're not crock pot. So I thought that was cool that they're not crock pot meals. That makes it kind of handy because I just put it in a little baking dish and bake it, which is what I did on Tuesday. I did the sticky chicken one and they were super good. So I love those. I've actually made about 3 of those that I did on the Monday, the Mix It Up Monday, the dump chicken. I've actually cooked like 3 of them and they turn out really, really good. And the thing I do really particularly like is the fact that they're not a crock pot meal because I think so many of those freezer meals end up to be crock pot meals and that's not what I want. So that turned out good. I like it. So I can see you fine. Thank you, Beth. Okay. I can see, I feel like it's dark back there, but you can never tell until you actually watch the replay. So anyway, thank you. Anyway, I did the sticky chicken on Tuesday and the sticky chicken is delicious. And there's actually, I think there's only one of those ones that I did on Monday that I have not tried. And they're all really good. And I like the fact that I put them in the bag and then I put them in the big 2-gallon bags. And I didn't even know they had 2-gallon bags until several years ago. My son, our son is a huge fisherman and he brought us salmon, like a big salmon in this huge bag. And I said, where'd you get that? And he said, oh, over at the chef store. Thought that's cool. So I always have those 2-gallon zip top bags and they're perfect for things like making these dump chicken mixes. They're kind of handy. So I love those. So, and I also have those that when I'm doing like the basic mix and the muffin mix and the cake mix, I will fill those bags and write on the outside. I think I've shown that in my videos and I'll write that on the outside and I'll put those in my freezer. That way, when my jar that's in my pantry gets low, I just take that big bag out and fill my jar and then I put the bag back in the freezer and that's how I store it. So that turns out pretty cool. Now, a thing that was so much fun was on Thursday was the freeze-dried February. That was really, really cool. I had such a good time doing that because it kind of makes me think outside the box. Like I don't cook with a lot of freeze-dried foods in general. Like I don't have a freeze dryer, but my friend Peggy's got a freeze dryer and my friend Marianne's got a freeze dryer and they do all kinds of stuff with theirs. But I have a bunch of Thrive stuff. So I used that and that turned out really good. I loved it. Let me see. I love the variety of things you do. Great mixes and meals for 2 are real. Oh, thank you. That was a thing we were talking. I was talking to some of my YouTube friends and we talk sometimes about what our niche is. And mine started out as food preservation. And actually the original name of my channel was Tulilu Preserves. But I just felt like there's so much more I want to do. And, I can the same thing over and over again, but I wanted to do more variety. So I changed it to Tulilu Creates, which opened the door to doing all kinds of stuff. And that's just what I like to do. Like, I just like to do a bunch of different things. So that's where that came from. But I appreciate you liking that because I can't seem to niche it down into like 1 or 2 things. I just can't. In fact, I have some new crafty stuff I was going to show you guys. But anyway, the puff pastry things, those are really cool. I I loved making the little puff paste, using that for the chicken pot pie on the freeze-dried February. And if you don't have freeze-dried foods, you could just use your canned chicken, or just shred up a rotisserie chicken or leftover chicken or any of that. But I think the thing that made that really cool were those little puff pastry cups. And those are all done. If you've never seen them, so many people commented that they were surprised they had seen puff pastry, but I buy the Thrive Life Foods as well. They're very good. They're very good. Definitely meals for two, since we are now empty nesters in the freezer cookie dough. You know, here's the thing. We're just the two of us, has been for years, but I like toning things down, because here's what happened. When I used to cook big amounts, or where you cook something and it's like in a 9x13, we're eating leftovers for days and it gets boring. So that's what made me decide I wanted to focus on kind of drilling my recipes back to just for two people, because we'll eat that and maybe have leftovers for the next day at lunch, and then it's a different food. So we have more variety by focusing on cooking for only two people. So that's very cool. That works out good. But with the puff pastry, that's a thing. Instead of having the puff pastry, the little cups, they kind of come as those little round things, and you just break them apart. And the thing I like about that is because you can just take 2 out or 4 out or something, and those work nice that way. So I like that. And the chicken pot pie was really good. And using the freeze-dried foods was a little bit different than what I'm used to, but it was good. It turned out all right. So I like that. And then you had commented, Peggy, about the cookie. The freezer cookie dough is a hit with your hubby. I'm so glad last night I made chocolate chip. I will say I'm using the sugar substitute because I'm just trying to cut back on sugar. But when I use the sugar substitute, I noticed the cookies puff more like a cakey cookie instead of a crispy cookie. So if you're using that, that may happen. And even though I used the Splenda that's made for baking, I would have thought it would have been more the exact same, but it's not. But it still tastes great. And so in the video, when I made the cookies like the log, basically the freezer roll, what I am doing too is I cut it in half, and then I only make 6 cookies. So it's kind of a good way to limit how many cookies you're eating, which I've been trying to work on too. So there's that. And then I did just a short on the Splenda nuts that I made. They're good. So that's that. Now, next week. So I'm going downstairs today because I have been sent a product. It's actually, this is my tumbler, like my tumbler, isn't it cute? Anyway, I made this, but I have some blanks for these. Oh, thank you, Tara. That's nice. I never even thought of that. I have some tumblers to review, so I'm going to do that today. So I'm going to do a crafty video that should come out tomorrow. And then on Monday is going to be good. So Monday, I'm not going to tell you what they are, but I'm going to tell you beverages, like hot, soothing, yummy beverages. That's the mix thing. So you got to watch it because you'll get to see what I made with that. And then because that is just, you just mix that with milk or water. I have a different video on Tuesday for the pantry cooking for 2. So there will be something, it's not the beverage because that's just kind of self-explanatory, but there will be another video on Tuesday I'm excited about. And then I don't have anything Wednesday, but Thursday is my second video for the fermented February, which is so good. The carrot slaw is really good, but on Tuesday is a different video for that collaboration. And I just love being in collaborations. They're so much fun. And then I've got a little short coming on Friday, but that's what's happening this coming week. And I have to tell you guys, I have to get my head around the fact that maybe tomorrow, I think I'm going to go out, and I don't know if you guys knew, my big canvas greenhouse, the canvas needs replaced. And so I've decided to take it off of there, and we're going to not screen it, but fence it in and basically turn it into an kind of an inside covered chicken coop. So that's what I'm going to work on tomorrow. But now I'm pressed because we are going to go to Alaska, like the second week of April. We're driving from Oregon to Fairbanks. right across Canada. We're taking Snickers. It's going to be fun. Our son's going to see, this is the thing. Our son's going to stay here. So I think if I get the chicken coop done, I can still go get some baby chickens. By the time we get back, they'll all be out there ready to lay eggs. I'm thinking about doing that. I don't know. Kind of an undertaking, but you know what? I think I could handle it. So that might be what's coming up. I might be, maybe I'll do a video of converting that greenhouse into a chicken coop. I don't know. I like it because like you can see me looking out the window. I'm actually in my upstairs craft room. This is my sewing room. And I can look out the window and I can see right into that greenhouse. So that will be very, very cool. Ocean Springs. Oh, thank you, Katie. I love to make my videos. That's the thing. I appreciate you loving them because I like to make them. So, I think we're going to do that. And then I'm thinking these lives, if this turns out good, and I'm feeling pretty positive about it, I'm thinking about this. Maybe we'll do some of these on our drive, like across Canada. That'll be cool. So we're going to go up there and hang out with our nephew and his whole family, which is going to be fun. So we're going to hang out for quite a while. But I was just talking to someone this morning about the fact that I might do the Mrs. Wages collaboration, even though I won't be in my own house, I'll be there, and maybe we can do some of the Mrs. Wages there. Maybe I'll take a couple packets of Mrs. Wages with me so that we can make it up there. That would be kind of cool. So next week, that's what's happening. I've got Mix It Up Monday coming. I've got a pantry cooking for 2. I've got the Fermented February, my second video for that one. And then I'm going to try to do a couple other things. And look, I'm going to show you what I got. So I have a couple of plans. First of all, I got this pattern because I have been on a getting healthy thing, and I've lost enough weight that I've got like 8 pairs of jeans now that don't fit. So I got this pattern, and I think it's for one of those, you know, the mitts that you put your hands in and it's like one big thing for like an oven. I got this pattern. I think I'm going to make that out of denim. That'll be cute. And then I have made bowl cozies on here, and that seems to be a big thing. But I got this set of templates, so you can just make them, and there's like 8 different sizes, even up to a great big one down to a little one. So I might make some bowl cozies. Came with the directions, unlike this other thing that I got. Check this out. So I might, this way, if I make the bowl cozies, I could post a link and you could get the actual templates, which are easy. Probably easier to make than cutting the templates out. But then I got this. I thought, well, this is kind of cute. Now I need to go back on Amazon and see if the instructions are with the description of the item. It's like a little template, and it is for making, like, it's like a little basket kind of thing. Like you put this on the fold, and then this is like sewn together, so it makes it, you know, 3-dimensional. There's no instructions with it, but luckily I have enough sewing knowledge, crafty knowledge, I could probably figure it out, but I think they should have the instructions with it. Or maybe I will just go on there in case I forget when I get older. I'll print the picture of it out, because if I have a picture, I can usually go from the picture. So that's kind of a couple of crafty things that I have, but I do have to go down and do a sublimation video. Those are cool. And then I want to tell you guys this thing. So I was talking to Lisa over at Sutton's Days, and we were looking at the tomato thing. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to talk about that just because people, it's confusing when you first see this thing. So I'm going to show you this in the tomatoes section. This is just a tip kind of thing. Let me find where we were talking about it. Hang on. Tomatoes. Okay. Where's the one? Here. Okay. So when you're talking about tomato stuff, like canning tomato stuff, and this is the Complete Guide to Home Canning. Look at my book. It's in such bad shape, but this is my favorite. This one, I will put a link in the description over to the National Center for Home Food Preservation has this book. You can buy it off Amazon, or you can go on there and you can literally print a PDF of each chapter of this book off. So you can get this book just for the cost of printing it on your printer. But I wanted to point something out because I was talking to Lisa about it, and it just seemed super confusing and weird. So let me find the page that we were talking about. I thought I just had it. Yes, I did. Okay, so if you're talking about canning tomatoes, Do you have to buy every shipment with Thrive? Pay a subscription fee? You know what? I used to be a Thrive person, but I will put a link down here to Lisa over at Sutton's Days and Linda's Pantry. I would try to answer that, but my the reason I'm not going to is because I haven't done it in so long, and I'm not sure if they've changed how it's done. So I'm going to put a link down there, and maybe Lisa or Linda over at Linda's Pantry can answer that. What? I'm making bows and bandanas for dogs. My granddaughter's. Oh, that's, well, it's sweet that you're doing that, but it's so sad. Oh my God. I don't know what I would do if something happened to Snickers. I think I would just, I don't know. I just love Snickers. But that's so sad. Well, you tell her I'm going to have her thoughts in my heart, because there's no I didn't think there was a subscription fee. Use Linda to buy Thrive. Yeah, you can use Linda or you can use Lisa, either one. They're both Thrive people. So anyway, on the tomatoes, I want you to see this. It's kind of weird. Okay, so on the tomatoes, if you can see, so when you talk about boil water canning, it just has your times here, right? It has whether it's pints or quarts. It's not like do pints this way, do quarts this way. It's pints or quarts. So either one of them, you do the same. So on boil water canning, there's that. But you see here where it says, I'm going to try to see if I can see very close. See how it says pints or quarts? And then it has process time 20 minutes, 15. And then it has these different based on your altitude. So what this means is you're going to do pints or quarts the same. Your process time, you're going to choose. Do you want to process it for 20 minutes or 15 minutes? If you think, oh, I've got all this extra time, I'm going to process everything for 20 minutes, then you're going to come over and based on your altitude on a dial gauge, you're going to do your pressure at 6 pounds of pressure or 7 pounds of pressure or 8 pounds of pressure or 9 pounds of pressure for 20 minutes. Okay. If you're going to say, I don't have enough time, I'm going to do it for 15 minutes, then you're going to do it for 15 minutes. You're going to do it at 11 pounds of pressure, 12 pounds, 13 pounds, or 14 pounds. Okay. I hope that makes sense. So if you come down here and you're using a weighted gauge, you're going to choose 20, 15, or even 10 minutes. If you do 10 minutes, you have to use the 15 pound. You can't go above that because your weighted gauge doesn't get any heavier. If you're going to do 15 minutes, you do 10 pounds or 15 because your weighted gauge doesn't go in between the two. If 20 minutes, you can do, it's 5 or 10 pounds. So this is your weighted gauge. But the confusing chart is that dial gauge thing. So that's kind of a weird chart. So if you ever have any questions and you're like, what did that do I do? Some people look at it and they can't understand why you would do pints. The way it looks is it looks like you do pints for 20 minutes and quarts for 15, but it's not pints, quarts. It's pints or quarts, and then you pick how long you want to do it for. Canning butternut squash using the USDA guide. Home book, yay. This, I love butternut squash. That's so good. This is the best. I love the fact that it is a researched book, and I'm never gonna steer you wrong on doing approved methods. And that's the whole reason I started my channel was when I became a master food preserver like 12 years ago. I was watching videos and I was mortified at what was there, and I thought, if I could just change the mind of one person, that whole thought process. So that's why. But I think that that's cool. So I have some projects to do today. I'm going to be doing some crafty stuff. I also have an outfit that a top. I want to make a top. And so I've got a busy day coming up. And then tomorrow, because it's raining. I got up at 4:30 this morning. Huge clap of thunder. Got me right out of bed. And then I was up for like 4 hours. Then I went and took a nap for a little bit. But so today's inside because it's bad rainy day. Tomorrow's supposed to be sunny, and so that will be better. So there's that. That's just what's happening in my world. And I am excited to see how this live Saturday happenings turns out over on my channel when this is all done. We'll see how you should be able to go back in and watch it anytime. So we'll see. But this is just a test. And thank you for being here for my test. But I want to say thank you guys all for watching, for being here, for liking and subscribing and commenting and doing all the things that make it fun to do YouTube. It makes it fun when you guys are here and we get to interact. That's why I was excited about this feature. I suppose I could just do the YouTube live, but I've never done that. So, hi all. Sorry I'm late. Oh, sorry, Tater. We're just about done, but you can go over to my channel and apparently this will show up as a regular video. So I hope you guys all have a wonderful day and a wonderful weekend and coming up a wonderful week. And I will have to go and see what other fun videos we can make. And I appreciate you all being here. And as always, thanks for watching and I'll see you in my next video.